Number 5. Luis Suarez and the bite incident. Though the Liverpool player was charged with the racially motivated abuse of Manchester United's Patrice Evra in 2011, it's the violent conduct charge he accepted 2 years later that lands here. While playing a Premier League match, Luis Suarez sunk his teeth into Chelsea player Branislav Ivanovic.
Looks like he's actually sunk his gnashes in there.
Instead of the standard 3-game ban, the Liverpool forward was forbidden from playing 10 for the serious nature of his actions.
This is not the first time he's bit someone in a football match. It just can't happen again. I firmly believe this puts him in the last chance saloon as a Liverpool player.
Number 4. The Black Sox scandal. This scandal caused so much damage to baseball that officials banned the players involved for life, referring to the conspiracy between 8 White Sox players and pro gamblers to deliberately lose the 1919 World Series games.
The way I figure, we can't be beaten. We can only beat ourselves. You fellas know what I mean.
This fixing of the MLB championship also achieved notoriety for the alleged participation of legendary athletes like Shoeless Joe Jackson. Number 3. Tyson versus Holyfield 2.
Here we go again. The rematch we've waited a long time to see.
Mike Tyson was already seen as a wild and crazy boxer, but his 1997 rematch against Evander Holyfield topped anything and everything else he'd done in the ring.
Oh, and some nasty stuff in there that lead to be a bite almost.
During the Sound and the Fury fight, Tyson didn't only bite his opponent on the ear once, but twice.
There he bites him there. You see him lift his teeth. And Holyfield in agony at that point, trying to rip free.
He was disqualified and later stated his actions were in response to Holyfield's unpenalized headbutting.
I went back out there again and I caught him with good shots, and he bit my ear on purpose again.
Number 2. Malice at the Palace.
Oh, right at our chest. This has potential to be serious if they don't get between.
Though the Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons fight began on the court, it quickly degenerated into the NBA's most infamous brawl when they took it to the stands.
Artest is in the stands!
After a spectator threw a drink at Ron Artest, pro b-ballers and fans began throwing punches and drinks at each other. The Pacers-Pistons brawl led to multiple player suspensions and criminal charges for several fans.
Oh, what a sad scene here at the Palace.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Bertuzzi goes after him, and he lands on him right there. And then the pile lands on Steve Moore. Looks like he's out at that point.
Oh, my goodness. Don Zimmer and Pedro Martinez.
And Simon's retaliation on Hallwig, nothing short of shocking, a cheap shot of the highest order. Simon was given 10 and a game for intent to injure.
To number 84, the brilliant receiver, Darryl Stingley. And then that collision between Tatum and Stingley. Stingley now a paraplegic, except for some movement in the right arm.
At the plate, and he's not happy. Thinks he's being thrown at, so of course he kicked the catcher. The pitcher was Blaise Jadamio. He's running for cover at that point. A bench-clearing, heated discussion, and a pile-up as well.
Number 1. Zinedine Zidane headbutts Marco Materazzi.
Oh, wow.
It was during France's return to the 2006 World Cup Finals when, seemingly out of nowhere, Zinedine Zidane used his noggin to hit Marco Materazzi in the chest.
He must have said something because he comes back and nails him like that. Wow.
Zidane was sent off the pitch, and Italy won the game in the shootout.
He makes it! Italy, World Cup champions 2006!
It was later revealed that the Italian player had taunted and insulted Zidane. While this kind of behavior wouldn't necessarily be considered the craziest reaction in a normal game, the fact that it occurred during the world's biggest game and on the biggest stage lands it on top.
So this World Cup final has taken a nasty turn. Materazzi and Zidane have been going at it throughout the match.
Do you agree?